Hello. Along with being a degenerate anime watcher, I also sometimes break down big unveiling events. Here's Gamescom opening night, 17 hours after it's already happened, and you've likely watched all of the trailers yourself. Fuck. Oh, Bubsy 4D, famously and notoriously horseshit. I assume this is for furries who have no taste whatsoever. Not saying that you can have taste to be a furry, but that's besides the point. Don't look at the Lola Buddy. We have what appears to be a Battlestar Galactica game. If you're wondering what Battlestar Galactica is, it's basically Star Trek for the even more severely autistic. A LucasArts remaster? Could this be X-Wing Alliance, one of my childhood favourites? No, it's Outlaws. This has been remastered. What the fuck did it look like before? Experience the joys of being a cowboy, shooting the indigenous and shagging donkeys. Please, British and Americans, this may be a tough thing for you to envision, but experience what it's like to have a functioning rail system, with gameplay that shows the real-life simulation of what train conductors do in Japan if you are a millisecond behind schedule. I think it's Subway Surfers, but explicitly designed to kill the epileptic. Keeper shows the alternate version of that William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson film, The Lighthouse, where instead of experiencing each other's bussies, they took a big bunch of drugs instead. They do their best to make the game look interesting besides the aesthetics, which are admittedly kind of cool. He then says the bird is the emotional heart of the game, reminding me of George Lucas, when he's like, oh, Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Jar Jar is the key to all this.
Oh, it's He-Man, an old-school arcade side-scroller. Quite literally, couldn't give a fuck. Sorry, lads. Absalon, another side-scroller. It looks better, but my point from He-Man still stands. This guy looks like someone who on the first day only recommends Linux. We get Long Gone, a very quirky adventure game about being Joel from The Last of Us, but he's made out of pixels instead of depression. We get a pretty cool reveal of Valor Mortis, a Napoleonic game where, like all French people, you can turn into a monster by crushing a wine glass. When talking about Ghost of Yotei coming up, he says, oh, that wolf is going to do something crazy. Ha! You don't know the half of it, mate. Check this out. We get a game about what it's like to be a Krieg artilleryman, where you fucking blast heretics back into the warp where they belong. It's called Planet Vertsgunden Commando. And no, I'm not going to try and spell it. Oh, a horror game, set in space at a strange facility. How uninspired. The visuals, though, are. Especially the creepy Fatal Frame-esque camera capture. Perhaps I was too harsh on you, my sweet prince. It's called Routine. My routine is sitting alone in my cave, waiting for a mate to arrive. They never do. We go to China next. What? A soulless husk?
What? A soulless husk?
Rude. It looks very cool. Swords of Legend. I thought it was the Black Myth sequel at first, and I kind of got excited. We get a look at what it's like to be an American trucker. Experience this simulator where you too can blaze down the road, survive the elements, and of course, murder prostitutes. Sonic Racing Crossroads. I went to this titular crossroad specifically to jump into traffic once the racers come by. It's Jeff. I don't care. Show me the games, please. Yes, fans don't care. They say Hollow Knight Silksong is actually coming out, which quite frankly I don't believe. I'm not going to be fooled again. We get the unveiling of Black Ops 7. Play the campaign and feel the realism of huffing bath salts as they steal the fear toxin from the Scarecrow. You were never cut out to be a Mason. What? How could you? Futuristic bollocks, if you ask me. Jeff asks, oh, how does this fit into the Black Ops story? And he says, and I quote, don't get it twisted. Yeah, cheers, mate. They pretend like COD has good characters and I zoned out massively. Play the campaign in co-op, they say. You can even make new friends playing it. Clearly ignoring the historical precedent of COD players speaking exclusively in racial slurs. Welcome my co-host, Shocks. What? Grimdark Fantasy, Lords of the Fallen 2. As I've said before, I've always liked Lords of the Fallen's aesthetic. It's pretty cool. Play as a legally different Witch King of Angmar. Fight biblically inaccurate angels, and die crushed by a giant woman like we've all dreamed of. We get a Sekiro anime. Will I cover this anime? No, there simply isn't enough silly bollocks. He's called Wolf, which I consider my intellectual property, so they can speak to my wolf lawyers. The second I saw a Lego game, my consciousness fractured, doing more important things, like stealing food from orphans and spreading misinformation on the internet. Hold on, this doesn't seem to play like a Lego game, and instead an Arkham game. Could be good then. Oh hell yeah, Warhammer, let's go. It looks like the Dawn of War remake. That kind of came out the other... Oh shit, it's Dawn of War 4. Ooh. Will they learn their lesson and not have it be Dawn of War 3? Let's fucking hope so. An update for Monster Hunter Wilds. A crossover with Final Fantasy Online, which I also really enjoyed. Cool. This is the type of crossover that would send the Japanese into a quivering orgasm, so maybe give them a minute. Ooh, it looks like Control or Alan Wake. Alan Wake 2 was my game of the year when it came out. This isn't a game, it's a test. Something I very much didn't study for. Oh, it's a Gamescom advert. Oh, fuck off, getting me all excited. Piss me off. Onimusha and the Way of the Sword. I said before it looks like they're taking the Black Myth Wukong direction with a dark interpretation of mythology, which I think is great. Look at me being all positive. How strange. Let's change that with what appears to be a gacha game. Skim a bunch of marks for their money with Genshin Imtwat. Play Satisfactory. Yes, I do have an infinite supply of these jokes. I actually have a fun little test to see whether I will enjoy a game or not. And what I do is I look for these two symbols. If they are present, then I know it's going to be shit. Ah, Paradox. A primary manufacturer of content for the neurodivergent. EU5 is a map simulator where you can ace a pub geography quiz, but only if it was written by another EU5 player. Good luck finding one of them. Demon X Machina got the intern to do all the cutscenes to distract from the robot battles. It's basically Armored Core but for weebs. Do you comply? No. What do I say before reaching for the officer's service weapon? Blow up stuff in washed out environments. Looks like Returnal but with a bleached asshole. Season 2 of Fallout has Mr. House. Oh shit, it's Fallout New Vegas. Nice. We get DLC for the Indiana Jones game, which admittedly I haven't played, but looks quite good. Indy decides to follow British tradition by despoiling ancient ruins and taking everything therein, under the guise of it belongs in a museum. Oh, Deadpool VR. About a streaming service. Could be good, or could be completely insufferable, like most Deadpool fans. We get Tanks, 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 which is what Irish people say when they're grateful. World of Tanks 2.0. Too pussy to just to make a second one, eh? Oh well. Space Marine 2 team takes on John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. I was a Toxic Commando once, telling all the Nazis I shot in France to get good and go back to the fucking tutorial where they belong. Oh, an adventure game. A roguelike scrolling RPG? Where you're trapped in purgatory? Sounds like most of the anime I review. New game from the Disco Elysium devs, or those that remained after the departures. It's all very complicated. A spy thriller, which looks kinda cool. Let's talk about Gamescom Cares. I was going to say a joke saying how about no, then skipping it, but then he showed a game about convicting Nazis in post-war Germany, which looks fucking awesome, as well as an Italian game about being locked down in an apartment building on the advent of war, and Animal Papers, Please, from a Singaporean studio. Oh, what is this feeling of anticipation? Oh, anime car game. Or not? What is this? Get a good look at this girl's arse and then fight traffic lights like local hoodlums. After an ageless slumber, which is like waking up after one. This looks dog shit. Bet it has a wanky name. You know it's Chinese because no one has paws. Honor of King's World. Told you. Play Fortnite Squid Game. I think Fortnite is already Squid Game. Except instead of playing, I deliberately jump on the wheat glass and fall to my death. The singer from Expedition 33 comes out to remind these other soundtrack performers who's fucking boss. Absolutely kills it. Ninja Gaiden 4 by Platinum. Could be good, and probably soul-crushingly difficult. Stay away from the Dark Dragon Seal. No mortal can defeat it. Cinder City, running at a cool 20 FPS. Nice one, lads. Could have got some better footage to show. Got a little better when it shows what seems to be like a raid-type PvE multiplayer game, which kind of salvaged things, honestly. Time Takers. I floated in an ale-induced stupor, so I know he's British. It looks like a multiplayer shooter with heroes from throughout time. Cool concept, but I imagine no one will play it. Reminds me of Naraka Blade Point or whatever it was called. Silent Hill F. The F stands for fuck. Would I scream when the first monster crawls round the corner backwards? It was more interesting until she wielded a spear. We have a running joke on my anime reviews that all Japanese people can inherently use a samurai sword or a spear, and look, more evidence to prove it. More spooks, please.
Please. Just die.
Would I say in the mirror. I don't know what that was. Also a name I couldn't fucking decipher, needing a team of Latin experts and historians to make sense of it. They bring some dude out to Aura Farm, who looks like a giant testicle gained sentience. A horror game from the Silent Hill 2 remake team. It looks lawsuit similar to Dead Space if it were placed in a spaceship. Outer Worlds 2. We see the companions. I liked the first game and how quirky it was. And no, it says, you can't sleep with them. Ah, fuck. Oh wow, an Inzoi or Mzoi update, whatever it's called. Here's something more interesting to look at instead.
That is one big pile of shit.
Oh, another gacha game hero shooter. I can tell because of bouncy boob physics. Seven Deadly Sins Origin, the game. If the animation is anything like the later seasons of the show, then it might as well be a fucking PowerPoint game. Moonlighters 2, a game about adventuring and running a shop in the evening. I used to moonlight as a cabaret singer in Paris. Aha, Bloodlines 2, something I've been excited for literally years. I only have one sentence to say, please don't be shit. Enshrouded, a German game. Oh! Bet it's not funny. Swim underwater, find treasure, and have the Bondi rescue team revive you after you drown. Age of Empires 4 on PlayStation 5. I might be excited for this, if it was still 1998. Own your own forge with Kingdom Come 2. Neat. Cult of the Lamb gets a new expansion. It used to be easy to eat lambs, before they made that horrific pact with demonic forces. Now I just settle for drinking bin juice. Dark days indeed. World of Warcraft, midnight. What time it will be if this show doesn't hurry up. The Blood Elves are under attack, I assume by the Crypt Elves. It's about bonds and shit apparently, I don't care. Although the cinematics for these are usually quite good. State of your eyebrows, mate. Shave them off. I like to remind everyone that combat in WoW does not look like this, and it's more like She prays to a big pond of piss while all her mates get battered. We get a spooky game, which is immediately not scary once you start blasting. Here, have a cup of love. Are you crying in your brew, you bastard?
What if you are the beast?
Something I'm well attuned to, I assure you. This is Evolve, if anyone remembers that, where you play as either the monster or the soldiers, which could have potential. We get tanks going Mach-free, doing drifts and shit, with an excellent choice of a Prodigy song. It decides to show roughly 2 seconds of gameplay, and instantly makes itself look like a total pile of shit. Here we go. Ghost of Yote. Looking forward to my cameo. There really wasn't too much they could improve on visually from the last game, but it still looks great. Oh, look, there I am. I thought in the last game that you had the choice of being dishonourable or honourable, so I outright refused to do stealth entirely, doing no stealth kills whatsoever, showing up to every single Mongol base like, "Get out here, you big dumb bitch." Resi Requiem. Spooky Resi is my favourite. I had fun with 4 and 5, naturally, but there was just something missing about the proper spooks. Objective, follow mum, like I do at the supermarket, lest we get separated and I cry. The hotel guy gets carrier bagged. He might have been alright if it were a bag for life. Lastly, we get the actual sequel to Black Myth, not like that fraud game from earlier. This one also has a big old pussy, and also this tiger. Oh, actually I remember there's another Black Myth. OJ was innocent. Anyway, have fun. Bye bye.